Hi dear students, welcome to the English session, and in today's session let me take up another important grammar concept from the articulation verbs. Under the topic of verbs we need to learn types of tense and its different forms. Well students, generally we use words to express our thoughts or ideas. A single word may not convey the full meaning clear. So we use words in a group to convey the full meaning. The systematic arrangements of the words are called as sentence. Those systematic arrangement of the words make a complete sense. So such a sentence is called a sentence. A sentence has a number of words and which are arranged in a proper way. Each words in a sentence or in our language has its own function. Based on their function, they are grouped into 8 categories. They are 8 parts of speech, namely noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So these classification is done because of their function in a different sentence and different text. So these are 8 parts of speech. In today's session, I would like to take up verbs among the parts of speech. Verb is one of the most important parts of speech which help us to indicate the tense of the sentence, and it is an action word. Let me tell you what is a verb. Verb is a word that is used to indicate the action or event or state. It is an actioning word. For example, he walks on the ground. There, walks is a verb. It denotes action. He sleeps. Sleeps is the word action. They are playing. Playing is a action word. We read newspaper. Read is a action word. They jumped into the river. Jumped is the action word. So these are the words we can call as a verb. A verb is a word that is used to indicate an action or event or state. Dear students, verbs are classified into two types mainly. They are main verbs, it is also called as lexical verbs, and helping verbs. All the verbs in English language except 24 helping verbs are called as lexical verbs or main verbs. Main verbs shows the action directly. For example, eat, jump, read, drive, walk. These are the words are called as lexical or main verbs. And another classification is auxiliary verbs or modal auxiliary or helping verbs. These helping verbs helps with the main verbs to form a sentence in different tense. We have helping verbs are classified into be forms, do form, have form, and models. So, be forms are am, is, are, was, were. Be forms are am, is, are, was, were. They are very helpful to frame a sentence with the main verb. For example, he is reading, they are playing, we are running. Did you get it? Next, do form. We have three kinds of do form. They are does, do, did. And next, have form. Has, have, had. Possession. Next, modal auxiliaries. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, out, need, dare. These are the 24 helping words help with the main verbs to frame a sentence in different tenses. Did you understand about the verb? Yes, verb is a word that is used to indicate an action or event. Next, I will tell you about tense. Tense is a term used in grammar to indicate the time of an action. Tense is a term that is used in a grammar to indicates the time of an action when a particular action takes place, that we should know. So we have a tense. So tense is nothing but time. On the basis of time factor, time is divided into three classes. See, based on the time factor or based on the event happening in the different time, we have classified the time into three classes. They are present tense, past tense, and future tense. So based on the time of the action or the event, we have classified them into three, mainly present tense, past tense, and future tense. So each tense has its own four forms that I will explain. So let me tell you what is present tense. Present tense means it is used when the verb is used to show that an action takes place at present. A verb is used to show that an action takes place at present. When a particular action happening or takes place, that we consider as a present tense. For example, he speaks English well. He speaks English well. It is the best example for present tense. Here verb is used to speak. It shows that an action takes place at present. Did you understand? Next we have the second category, that is past tense. Past tense is used when the verb is used to show that an action was already completed in the past, yesterday or today morning. It is used to show that an action was completed just morning or yesterday or last 10 years before. So example, he spoke well yesterday. He spoke well. See, the verb speak, it's a past tense spoke. It indicates the time of action in past. Have you understood? Next we'll move on to the third category, that is future tense. Here it is used when the verb indicates that action will take place in future. A particular action will take place in future. Example, he will speak English well. He will speak English well. See, by adding the word just will, we can make a sentence into future tense. I hope you have understood the major three kinds of tenses. They are present, past, and future. See, dear student, each tense is divided into four forms. Just for your knowledge purpose, I will mention them with example. For the exam point of view, this classification or the form of the each sentence is not important. You should know how the question appear in the examination. That I will be discussed by using the PDF of your workbook. We will solve the questions which are given in your workbook. So before that, I want to mention the different forms of the each tense. Firstly, present tense. See, present tense has four forms. They are simple present, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. These are the four forms, and each tense is categorized or divided into similar kinds, but the time of the action is different. Based on the time factor, they are used in a different way. See, firstly, simple present tense. So, simple present is used when the work always goes on, or it is also used to say the universal truth. For example, sun rises in the east. Sun rises in the east. It is a universal truth. I mean, it is a regular routine. And he goes to work daily. He goes to college regularly. So these are the sentence we commonly use in our day-to-day life just to tell or convey the action which always goes. Did you understand? Next, we'll move on to the second important category, that is present continuous tense. So present continuous tense is used particularly when the action is happening when we speaking. When we speak, for example, he is going to school. They are working in the farmland. We are happy today. So these are the sentences we can consider as a present continuous tense, means action going on or action happening when we speak. For example, Ramu eats mango. Simple present. Ramu is eating mango. Present continuous tense. Next, third category is present perfect tense. Example, Ramu has eaten mango. Means action just finished but its result still continue in the present. For example, you are searching a job. You have applied for job but you didn't get it. You didn't attend the interview. So such completion of the action just before, I mean semi-finished, we have to use perfect tense. For example, Ramu has eaten mango. He just ate mango and its result, I mean he feels the taste of it at present. Did you understand? Next, present perfect continuous tense. For example, Ramu has been eating mango since morning. Action already took place in the past and it is continued in the present also. Still it continues in the present also. Ramu has been eating mango since morning or for 2 hours. Did you understand? Next, past tense. Even past tense also, we have 4 kinds of forms that is similar to present tense, but the time of the action is different. So past tense is used when we refer the action which completed in the past. Yes, simple past. See, before I told the example, he spoke English well. He spoke English well. The term spoke shows the action which done in the past, which completed in the past. See, verbs can converted into past and participle. For example, speak, spoke, spoken. Write, wrote, written. Eat, ate, eaten. Similarly, jump, jumped, jumped. Work, worked, worked. Arrange, arranged, arranged. Did you understand? So with the help of the verb, we can decide the tense of the particular tense or word. Did you understand? Yes. Simple past. Yes. Ramu ate mango. Past continuous tense. Ramu was eating mango when I entered the room. Ramu was eating. I mean, action was progress in the past when something takes place, when something happened over there. Past perfect. Ramu had eaten mango. Means in a particular point of time, in the period of time in the past, action had completed already. Past perfect continuous tense. Ramu had been eating mango for 1 hour. Did you understand? Yes, let us discuss about the future tense. Even future tense also 3 categories. They are simple future, future continue, future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. For example, Ramu will eat mango tomorrow. I mean action likely takes place tomorrow. Ramu will eat mango. And future continuous tense, Ramu will be eating mango tomorrow morning. Definite is there, particularization is there. And future perfect tense, Ramu will have eaten mango. And future perfect continuous tense, Ramu will have been eating mango. So with the same example, I have given you the different forms of each tense. Dear student, this is about the meaning and classification of verb and tenses. Let us discuss the example and questions which are given in your workbook, so that you will come to know how question will come in your examination. Let us discuss the questions which are given in your workbook. So with the example, we can learn it effectively. See, first, I would like to read out and I will explain how the grammatical arrangement and rules are made like this. Read the following sentences and identify the verbs. So dear student, you have to read the sentences which are given in your workbook and identify the verbs. The first one, I wake up early in the morning. Yes, in this given sentence, in the first sentence, which word is considered as verb? Yes, wake is considered as a verb. And this sentence is in simple present. Did you understand? I wake up early in the morning. The word wake is the base form of the verb. If you add yes to the base form, that will become singular verb. That will be discussed in the next session under subject verb agreement. If you add yes to the subject, that will become the plural of the subject. For example, student. If you add yes, student, it becomes a plural subject. Students. If you add yes to the main base form of the verb, that will become singular verb. See, I. I is a singular number, but as respectively, it is considered as a plural. So, along with the I, we must and should use a base form of the plural verb. Did you get it? I wake up early in the morning. This sentence is in simple present. It shows the works always goes on. Did you understand? I wake up early in the morning. Here, which word is considered as verb? Wake. What is the past tense of wake? Woke. Next, move on to the second sentence. Shreyas is working on his project. Here, verb is working and the sentence is in present continuous tense. Means a particular action is progress or continuous or going on when we speak. When we are speaking, particular action going on. Let us move on to the third. Mr. Lingaraj has bought a new car. This sentence is in present perfect. Has bought. See, buy, bought, bought. Buy is the base form of the verb bought. Understood? Fourth example, the dance program will begin at 4 p.m. Will begin. Future action. So whenever you need to speak or convey the future action, you must not forget to add the helping verb will. Did you understand? This sentence is in simple future. We went to the circus yesterday. The word went is the actioning word verb and it is in past tense. See, we went to the circus yesterday. The term yesterday is given. Yesterday shows the action which took place in the past. And the sixth, Harini was sleeping when the phone rang. See, this is in past continuous tense. Harini was sleeping when the phone rang. Phone was ringing when she was sleeping. So both the actions mentioned there. Let us move on to the further example. Note that the above sentences indicate simple present, present continuous, present perfect, simple past and future time of the action. Try to match the tense forms and the verbs in the sentences given above. Generally, future action is indicated using simple present, present continuous tense or modals. See, I already told you that if you wanted to present or convey something about the future action, you just need to add will. Not only by adding will, we can speak about the future. Some of the terms, I mean, sometimes by using the present continuous actions or verbs, we can say yes about future. For example, we are going to open a new shop. Did you understand? Actually, it is in present continuous tense. The sentence structure is in present tense, but it shows the action will take place in the future. Understood? For example, we are planning to visit Delhi. We are planning, but visiting Delhi is in future action. That you should remember. Yes, let us move on to the next important example. Samir goes to Hyderabad tomorrow. See, Samir goes. It is in simple present, but at the end of the sentence, there is a word tomorrow. It's a future action. Isn't right? So this the particular sentence is in simple present. Kavya is submitting her assignment by the end of this month. Did you understand what I am going to tell you? Yes, the sentence structure is in present continuous tense and it tells the action about the future. At the end of this month, it yet to come. And the third example, they will announce the result tomorrow. Yes, I mean the word will is used and it expresses about the future action. And under A1, fill in the blanks by using the appropriate answer. Don't make noise. You dash me. See, when we hear or when we read the beginning of the sentence, don't make noise, you dash me. Options are is disturbing. So you is a singular as well as plural. Understood? In your bridge course, I already told about this. You is singular as well as plural. So along with the you, we should not use the is. Singular helping verb be form, is should not be used. Which word we should use? In present tense plural, we have to use are. In past, we have to use were. W-E-R-E. So don't make noise. You are disturbing me. You are disturbing me. You was disturbing me is wrong. You is disturbing is wrong. When you match, when you select is disturbing or was disturbing, it looks it like it makes no sense and it's like a odd one. Next, second example, my friend goes to the gym. My friend goes to the gym. It is singular case and the verb is used singular. He dash to be fit. Option is wanting, has wanted, wants, has wanted is not matching. Even is matching, is wanting also doesn't should. Then is base form of the verb wants should. He wants to be fit. Let us move to the further example. Generally, they speak in Kannada, but now they dash in English. Which is the best option? Select the most appropriate option from the bracket. Generally, they speak in Kannada, but now they dash in English. Are speaking, is speaking, were speaking. See, three options. See, generally they speak in Kannada. They is plural here. The subject is mentioned here, plural. But now, present tense. See, they is plural. So we should think about are. And the sentence is in present tense because of now. Present. So plural present, which helping verb we have in B form? Yes, very good. Are. So the best answer is are speaking. They are speaking in English. And fourth example, the sun dash in the east. The sun, singular subject. And I already told you that when we speak about the universal truth, we must use simple present to convey the idea. Accordingly, yes, the sun rises in the east. Next example, third, I mean second, Complete the following conversation using appropriate form of the verb given in brackets. See, as I told you that auxiliaries, primary auxiliaries, be form, do form, have form. So be form, don't forget, am, is, are, was, were. Do form, do, does, did, and have form, has, have, had. See, hurry, my parents, dash. In bracket they given be slash plan to go to America. See now, dear student, you should think, my parents, be form, which is the best be form we have to take here? My parents, plural subject, so be form are we have to take. My parents are, yes, we have to make present continuous by adding ing to the base form. The base form of the verb is given here, plan. We have to add ing to the plan. We should make it planning to go to America. So answer is my parents are planning to go to America. Did you understand? Next, Anil. When dash they dash be leave. So B. When are they leaving? When are they leaving? Hurry, they dash next month. Here next month shows the future action. So we must take the model auxiliary will. They will leave next month. Do you understand? Anil, are you going with them? No, I can't go with them. You don't need to change. As it is, you should rewrite the answer which is given in the bracket, because I have a project to complete. There is no need to change. Let us move on to the third example. Complete the sentences using the correct form of the verbs in brackets. See the first example, Salim Ali is an ecologist. He dash in the bracket given word love nature. As I told you that subject verb agreement rules. Singular subject takes plural verbs. Singular subject takes singular verbs by adding s to the base form of the verb, which becomes singular verb. Accordingly, Salim Ali is an ecologist. Singular subject he. See, love, the base form of the verb love is here plural verb. By adding s to the base form, it becomes singular verb. So the best answer is he loves nature. He love nature is wrong. He loves. Loves is a singular verb. Love is a plural verb. So don't forget, dear student. Next, second example. Flute is my father's favorite musical instrument. He does listening to it all the time. Keep, as I told you in the first example, keep is a plural subject. By adding s to the base form of the keep, it will become singular verb. So what is the answer? He keeps listening to it all the time. He keeps listening to it all the time. Next, third example, city life is very expensive. Even food items cost a lot or cost. See, food items, plural subject, costs or cost. Food items cost a lot. Next, fourth example, fill in the blanks with the appropriate form of the verb given in bracket. In the Indian tradition, offering prayers is common in many activities. A dancer, singular subject, and it is a function or the work which goes always. So our dancer offers prayers asking forgiveness to the earth goddess before she begins the dance. Begin, plural verb, begins, singular verb. Chefs offer a prayer to the stove before they cook. Before, because the subject is a plural. So we have to use as it is cook for certain religious function. There there is rituals at various stages of building a house. So there are rituals at various stages of building a house. So next, I have been using this bike dash the last 10 years. You have to fill in the blanks by using the term since, for, and ago. So students are instructed to fill in the blanks with the using for, since, or ago. See the first sentence. I have been using this bike dash the last 10 years. Here period of time mentioned. While discussing about the preposition, I told you that whenever a period of time is mentioned, we must use for. When a point of time is mentioned when it began, there we must use since. See, I have been using this bike for the last 10 years. Here period of time 10 years mentioned. So answer is for the last 10 years. She spoke to him 2 years ago. He has been waiting since 2 o'clock. It is a point of time when the action started. My friend has been working for hours. They have been working in this office. They have been working in this office since 1990. So 1990 is a point of time when the function started. It is not a period of time. It is not an amount of time is mentioned. It is the point of time when the action started in the past. I hope you have understood the usage of since, for, ago in the sentence to represent the time. Further, complete the sentences by using past tense form of the verbs given in brackets. My friend dash when the accident took place. The sentence is in past tense. Dear student, when you are going to answer such kind of the sentences, or when you are going to find answer such kind of the questions, you need to find out the tense of the given sentence. Accordingly, the given sentence is in past tense. When the accident took place is in past tense. So B is given and the base form of the verb drive. So what you have to do? You should take the singular past be form was and add ing to the base form of the verb drive. So answer is my friend was driving when the accident took place. Did you understand? My friend was driving when the accident took place. Second one, the priest dash in bracket visit my father last week. Last week. The last week time shows that action completed in the past. Understood? So you are requested and instructed to convert the base form of the verb into past. So answer is visited. The priest visited my father last week. They dashed to me about the incident a few hours ago. Few hours ago. What is the time of the action or event? Past. So you should change the tense of the speak into past. Spoke. They spoke to me about the incident a few hours ago. Next, we'll move on to the see, complete the following sentences with the verbs from the list. Few verbs are given in the bracket. With the help, we have to answer the given questions. First one, she has many friends in the city. See, we have option like likes, goes, have, has, live, lives. See, has is a possessive have form. It is an must be used in singular case. She has many friends in the city. She has many friends in the city. My friend dash in London. My friend lives in London. So I goes wrong. I is a plural subject. It takes a plural verb go. I go there every year to meet him. Many youngsters, plural subject, dash to work in America. Many youngsters like to work in America. Like is a base form of the verb and it is a plural verb because many youngsters, plural subject. Fourth one, he dash to market every day. He goes to market every day. She dash many types of fruits, but she doesn't dash one banana. She has many types of. See the option. She likes many types of fruits, but she doesn't like one banana. See, changes. She likes because she is singular subject. It is takes singular verb likes. She likes many types of fruits, but she doesn't. See, doesn't is already used. Doesn't word is already used as a singular. So next to a singular helping verb, we should not use the same singular base form of the verb. We should use the plural base form like. Have you understood? Yes.